back, Agent. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
We have a clean dock, right on the money. And we're loose. Lack of love.
Look at all of this. UC SysDef certainly isn't taking the Crimson Fleet threat lightly.
SysDef Marines are the best of the best.
Good work with the bartender. Won't be the... No problem.
I bet operations on the key are a clown show. I'm looking forward to reading your report.
The commander appreciates the sacrifice you've made, going undercover. Good. The more you find, the stronger our case. It's amazing that all this romantic nonsense about Crix's legacy really just amounts to a rumor Jasper Crix picked up in jail. It just goes to show you how a tiny rumor can snowball into a full-blown fairy tale. Anything else? So, Mr. Yasso is actually Lionel Soto. We thought Soto was dead. At least, that's what the records told us. I'll have the records updated, but seeing as Mr. Yasso has surrounded himself with the Crimson Fleet, there isn't much we can do. Yet. Have any more? Okay, fine. I know there's more out there, so keep on it. They're pirates in every sense of the word, but they've managed to get more organized under their current leadership. That makes them especially dangerous, but hopefully it makes them a little more predictable too. We'll provide you with information, but any inventory or ship services, it's best you get from the fleet. It'll help you maintain your cover and also give you an idea of how the fleet's operation works. Let me know if you need anything else.
You're back. So how did it go? Then things are moving forward. Perfect.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her scrutiny is no small matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet? Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Crix's legacy?
Excuse me, Commander. Did you say Crix's legacy? Please tell me you aren't seriously going to give that any credence. Everyone knows that's just I don't know, a myth.
I'm holding tangible confirmation of the word legacy attached to Crix's name. That's too much of a coincidence to attribute to myth.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their cause. Well, let's find out if Delgado's chasing ghosts, or he's smarter than we suspect. Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. I think Delgado's trying to manipulate you. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be onto something. We have to take this seriously. What's your next move? That one's simple. We monitored your ships heading down to the surface of Suvorov. In fact, when he returned to the key and you didn't immediately follow, well, we almost thought our operation was terminated. Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact same thing. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest haul of credits the Crimson Fleet's ever seen.
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Gal Bank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. I think that's good enough for now. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Crix was clever. For some reason, he never got there. And let Neva Mora take his place. Or Shinya Voss. Or any one of a number of pirates already gunning for his position. No. The solution is to stick to the undercover operation and determine how much of this is truly a credible threat. It's imperative that you do. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be disastrous for the settled systems. I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. And for God's sake, don't kill anyone on that Starliner. You're both dismissed.
To Venus? Until later.
Word is the fleet has you chasing ghosts on Suvorov. Well, if there's one thing spookier than a pirate. My family's all in the UC Navy, but being SysDef, I got bragging rights.
Pardon.
Lost a bet to one of the officers. I've got mob duty now on my birthday. It's gonna suck.
Sir, if I may speak freely, is there a reason for the harsh reprimand? As far as I know, I just tracked a little mud into the rig.
Soldier, have you ever heard of trench foot?
Can't say that I have, sir.
I guess you think I have some sad story to tell? That I met some sick orphans on New Homestead and grew a conscience? Or maybe you're the cynical type, and you think I turned a new leaf because I wanted SysDef to go easy on me. The truth is a bit more complicated than that. I'm the traitor you handed over to SysDef? As if I'm the only fleet member guilty of that crime. You see, at my age, you know who you are. And I've always been a thief. I'd swipe a cred stick for my own mother if it had enough zeros on it. But even in a group of cred-hungry thieves, a man has to have a code. Rules. And they're as paper-thin as Delgado's skin when you joke about his arm. Even Nev is a traitor to her own ambition, and Shinya to himself. But it means nothing if the higher-ups are loyal, if you can't keep the rooks from sampling your wares. That's the part that ticked me off. In the fleet, you gotta worry about the guy sleeping next to you, and if he's gonna take a bigger piece of the pie. You gotta wake up the next morning and wonder why your slice is missing and the crumbs are stuck to his face. And put a bigger target on my back? As far as I'm concerned, the brig is the safest place I can be. The second you drag me into some private room, you're basically telling everyone here that I'm a rat. Well, for one, they don't have much in the way of loot, but they're still important to somebody. You can't just blow up one without it showing up on SSNN, or a UC captain getting a 10-inch stack of slates on his desk. But more importantly, do-gooders are predictable. The pirate code changes depending on who's reciting it. Honest folks, they have a habit of writing their rules down. Why did I join the Regana? Truth is, I just wanted a good night's sleep. Yeah, I've had some work done. If you got the Crimson Fleet on your back, you would too. As for the name, that was actually the hard part. You can use 100 different aliases and the system will just add them to the list. Now you can pay a guy to delete the list, but nothing's ever really gone forever. Neva probably paid the same guy to hit rewind, and here we are.
One thing I'll say about Petrosian, he keeps a secure brig.
Back in basic training, I had the record for fleet kills.
Welcome to the brig. As a member of SysDef, you may talk with the prisoners as long as you are mindful of operation security. As a personal rule, I simply ask that you adhere to UC Navy standards of cleanliness at all times. That means no mud on your boots, your hands are washed, and you are free of any contagious diseases. Excellent. And all that being said, I understand your mission directive might call for flexibility on my part. So if you need to be a rum-drinking, swashbuckling pirate to do your job, then I will do my best to clean up after you. Really? I know you were headed to the Key, but I didn't realize you'd actually get a chance to visit the lock. I almost respect the fleet for doing that. They're trying to pass down their history, or their version of it anyway. Incredible. I think at SysDef, we all feel that weight every time we wear the uniform. But to be there where it started, I can't imagine. But all that aside, give me your honest opinion. What were the conditions like? It's actually quite the relief. I always assumed the worst, and maybe in my mind, I'd built it into something more scandalous than it was. Leave it to pirates to exaggerate everything. Truth be told, my ancestor was a guard on Suvorov. Part of the reason I joined SysDef was to find out more about his experience, and whether the history books told the whole story. Which is why I'd like to hear Crix's side of it, as biased as it may be. As a matter of fact, I have a favor to ask. I understand that part of your undercover work involves going to the fleet headquarters, namely the Key. While you're there, if you find anything pertaining to the history of the fleet, I'd be interested in learning about it. It's not, and purely voluntary. As a jailer and a student of history, call it professional curiosity. Of course, maintaining your cover takes precedence. You're dismissed.
We hunt piracy all across the galaxy.
Let's get out of here.
Welcome to Deimos Star Yard. If you have business, feel free to dock.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
When humanity finally left the cradle of Earth behind, the United Colonies was born. Intrepid explorers and valiant colonists used Deimos starships to venture into space. When the UC defended itself from the Crimson Fleet, House Varoon, and the Free Star Collective, it was Deimos'
I wish Deimos was exclusively a military contractor.
The United Colonies and Deimos Star
Deimos ships are responsible for countless victories. They're a true piece of history.
Deimos builds some of the toughest ships in the settled systems. That's probably why the UC Navy continues to contract with them to this day.
No other ship can hold a candle to a Deimos. It's not even close.
What do we have here? A civilian in my star yard. Deimos prides itself on being the UC's first and last line of defense in space. But we're more than happy to protect and arm bold entrepreneurs that do their business among the stars. Anyone that flies in space earns my respect. Heck, an independent may be even braver. You don't have a fleet at your back when the Crimson Fleet comes calling. So, let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you. Excellent. Right away. When you get serious about your spacecraft, come back to Deimos.
You should be honored to step foot in here.
head to my crew position.
Nice. Clean set.
lifting off right away, or do you need a little bit of time? Don't leave any of that behind. Only one point of Moera. Bye-bye. Good work with the bartender.
So long.
Time to move on.
Undocking complete, Captain.
Let me know if you're hungry. For a few credits, I may have something to spare. You can trust what you buy here. We use our own supplies. Let me know if we have something you'd like. Out here, You can't ask for a better selection. We sell everything we don't eat. Absolutely. Let me show you what we have. We take care of our own security here, understand? You treat us fair, we'll treat you fair.
Orbital insertion completed.
cluster of ships. Varun Zealots. You ever run into one? Completely devoted to a deity they call the Great Serpent. The devourer of the unbelievers. I'll let you guess what happens if they spot us. No other ship readings in the area. And I doubt they'd be so calm if a Vanguard had flown by recently. No idea. They appear and attack people seemingly at random. House Varun technically has diplomatic ties to the other factions, but the Zealots are outside of their control. Or so they say. No, but I think I see something else that might. There's a UC satellite beacon hovering distressingly close to those Varun ships. If we can get close enough to it, we could download its logs and figure out where our Vanguard was heading to next. Easy. 3 ships to our 1. We cut down to minimal ship power and creep forward. They might not notice us getting closer. But yes, worst case, we fight our way through. communion that we may walk in Janan Veroon's footsteps. That he jumped from the soul system out into the beyond and touched your magnificence. That he learned the truth of the shrouding, the coming eternal embrace. That you will reward the promised and cast the accursed into shadow.
The whole place is decommissioned, and I need parts for emergency repairs. Hopefully it hasn't been picked clean yet.
Oh, that's not good. Earth and everything around it was abandoned a long time ago, and the old star yards are crawling with spacers and other scavengers.
Shall be judged.
Ram drive spinning down. Systems green.
Star parcel freighter to unknown vessel. I have an urgent package, hoping for some assistance. Acknowledge? The Star Parcel's fleet's got a load of these aging Deimos monsters. Built like tanks, but well past their warranty. It's gonna take hours to fix this, if we can get the engine back online at all. Star Parcel always puts a bounty on anyone that messes with us. Always. I got a hot package that's paid for expedited delivery. They'll dock my pay if it doesn't get to its destination. Star Parcel will reward you well if you can assist. The paperwork involved in giving you anything extra is a nightmare. You don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing to talk about. I've already made myself clear. Yeah, okay. I get it. Tell you what, I can pay you some credits from the discretionary fund up front. Best I can do. Excellent. All you need to do is drop this off to the ship services technician on New Atlantis. They'll take it from there. Thanks for bailing me out of this nightmare.
Must have been a gotcha. We're still in one piece.
Deliver a message. Colonists in the system. Emergency. Come to my farm. Urgent. Deliver a message. Colonists in the system. Emergency. Come to my farm. Urgent.
closely. Might need to hit the key soon for a resupply. Plenty of marks to go around. It's a good time to be a pirate.
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out. Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. Just another one of Delgado's loyal little soldiers, huh? Fine, have it your way. So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there something else you were sent here to steal? Don't play games with me. We both know pinging a message back and forth to the key is going to take longer than we have to do this job. We're supposed to be working together on every part of this. So, you gonna tell me what else you're here for or not? Okay. So why are you targeting a Gallbang exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Why the interest? Oh, I see. We're playing this game now. Fine, fine. Well, you might as well turn around and hop back aboard your ship because you're not getting near Dombrowski without my help.
Like him or not, he's the Siren's captain, so his assistance is going to be invaluable. Maybe we should hear what he has to say.
Well, well, it appears we have a mind reader here. You're absolutely right. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that. That's a disturbing way to put it. But I suppose that's the best offer I'm gonna get, so I'll take it. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and dig up some dirt.
Oh God, I'd rather hunt down Varun's zealots than mingle with those egotistical frauds.
The event's a complete sham. Bunch of rich snobs getting together and throwing a party for themselves. These people couldn't give a damn about Terran preservation or any other charity for that matter. Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be fine. This card will allow you to access the Starview Ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share his dirty secrets. He's a VIP executive, which means he either worked really, really hard using blood, sweat, and tears to make the arduous climb to the top, or he backstabbed, lied, cheated, and betrayed his way up the corporate ladder. From what I've heard, it's the second option. All right, Speedy, take it easy. You're not gonna find that kind of junk aboard a Trident Starliner. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their Starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection. Meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship, security will be alerted and all hell will break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. Good luck. You seriously need to ask. Okay, I'll give you 2 reasons. First, Gold Bank protects their own. Kill Dombrowski, and they send Ecliptic after every Crimson Fleet ship they can find. Not something Delgado wants, I suspect. And second, you offer Gal Bank employee in every single Gal Bank facility in the settled systems will triple their security. I'm gonna guess that won't help with whatever your plans are regarding Galbank, now will it? What the hell? When I asked you earlier, you said you weren't here for anything else. Not only did you lie to me, but now you're telling me that she sent you after the award alone? And of course, Neva just happened to leave that out of her message about you, right? I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place. She told you to hold that over my head, did she? Oh, that witch. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut of the payout. So tell me, what's the status of your plan? Okay, then let me point you to the person in charge of the award. Her name's Sheila Holbrook, and you can probably find her in the Starview Ballroom. I'd press her to reveal where the award's hidden, and we can go from there. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is gonna set off the ship's alarms. Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh.
Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all of the leftovers from the
Trident must have spent a fortune equipping this ship with triple redundancy in almost every internal system. Shh. Listen. Can't hear the engines, can you? You're not going to find better tuned engines anywhere else in the settled systems.
I'm sorry, but unless you're reporting a security situation, I need to get back to my duties. If you have any specific requests, please speak to one of the crew's attendants.
The society chair has really outdone herself this time.
An open bar would have been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got. That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
Here for business or pleasure?
Have you tried the canapes? Horrid. Positively horrid.
So, what brings you aboard?
Hello. Are you a member of the society?
Quite a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for the society, huh?
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future society events aboard a starliner.
Have you tried the canapes? Horrid. Positively horrid. Quite a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for the society, eh? Dombrowski is married to some poor woman that he constantly leaves behind in New Atlantis when he goes on his business trips. I missed out on the award to someone else last year, so this year, I doubled my contributions to the society. Fingers crossed. I'm a silver member of the society, but only 100,000 more credits and I hit the gold tier. Don't forget to donate to the cause.
An open bar would have been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got.
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
The society chair has really outdone her. Larry has an A-level executive rating over at Galbank, which means he has access to everyone's accounts at the touch of a button. It's for the society's high rollers. If you don't have more than 8 figures in your account, I wouldn't even bother going after the award. Nice to have met you.
So what brings you aboard? I heard he uses Galbank's VIP suite on the Siren of the Stars almost monthly. Does the man ever do any real work? All I know is that the award is given to whomever contributed the most to the preservation of Earth as a historic landmark. That's all then? Okay.
Hello. Are you a member of the Society? Pleased to make your acquaintance. Let's put it this way. He screwed over so many people, if he suddenly disappeared from the universe, I don't think anyone would miss him. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd think it was her own child. Enjoy the rest of the event.
Sorry, I'm busy. Maybe mind moving along? I'm trying to enjoy the celebration.
Here for business or pleasure?
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future society events aboard.
The society chair has really outdone herself this time. That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it? Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glory. Larry likes to drop overly complex words into conversations. I'm sure he knows that it annoys people, but he does it anyway. Well, that was boring.
Is this important? I don't have a lot of time for idle nonsense. Yes, I'm extremely busy preparing for the award ceremony, so this better be important. Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the transfer of the award for the last 7 of its 9 years. Why do you ask? Yes, it's quite marvelous, isn't it? Absolutely priceless. Alas, I'm afraid you'll just have to wait for the ceremony to see it in all its glory. It's far too valuable to be left anywhere else except the master safe located at the purser's office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important things on my agenda than to speak to the likes of you.
Have you tried the canapes?
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist.
Quality time, if you catch my meaning.
I'm certain his wife doesn't know a thing about it. Enjoy the rest of the event.
So, what brings you aboard?
Please remember to obey all posted safety and mustering instructions.
With all the worthy causes in the settled systems, you'd think people wouldn't waste money on these pretentious luxuries.
Sorry. Do I know you? Okay, wait. Are you seriously... are you trying to pick me up? Look, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm already seeing someone. And my partner doesn't like competition. He gets very jealous. Who? Look, can you just cut to the chase already? What's this about? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? How did you... That idiot. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works, so let's skip all the banter and get it over with. What's it gonna take to make us both happy? Is something the matter with you? If I give you dirt on that son of a bitch Dombrowski, all I'm doing is endangering myself. Why would I do that? That's true. You have come this far already. Yeah, you could be right. Threats are useless on me. I've heard it all. You know what? Forget it. The price of doing business by slinging mud is way too steep. What else you got? You're not very bright, are you? I'm a grade C3 exec at Galbank. That means my credentials get me into two places, the front door and the ladies' room. If that's all you really want, you're certainly welcome to them. Are you kidding me? You need to think about it? For God's sakes, next time, maybe you should be a bit more prepared when you threaten someone. Thanks for leaving me in a panic like that. Have you decided what it's going to cost for you to keep things quiet? You're willing to pay me to give you dirt on Larry? Sorry, I thought I'd end up on the short end of the deal. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme worth thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet.
If you're angry at anybody, it should be yourself for getting mixed up in this ridiculous scheme in the first place.
Judge me all you want, lady. At this point, if I'm going down, then all I'm focused on is dragging Larry down with me. I'm not gonna tell you. Let's just say that I'd be sent to prison for a long time if Galbank figured it out. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them. I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. You're gonna need it. What, are you writing a damn novel? Fine. Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a lookout on their commnet for any Galbank chatter. I guess you could call him our early warning system. And Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working on didn't turn up in Galbank's automatic audits. You need top clearance for that kind of access, so we had to cut him in, whether we liked it or not. I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
Don't forget to keep your Starview pass handy at all times, or you won't have access to the ballroom.
Here for business or pleasure?
Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey.
An open bar would have been nice. But Trident's gouging us for every credit we...
Hello. You here for the charity event? Well, I work for UC Security, meaning that business isn't exactly my area of expertise. I'm afraid I can't really help you. If you're looking for a business opportunity, you might want to check with someone else. Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong. So back off.
You're a liar and an absolute disgrace to the United Colonies.
Just in case you weren't aware, I am the authorities. Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people will believe?
Hello. Are you a member of the Society?
The ship's perks are gonna sit. I've done this particular cruise run several times, and I can assure you that the route is quite safe.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future Society events aboard the Starliner.
Quite a lovely Starliner. Nothing but the best for the Society, eh?
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up, and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you be arrested. Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. But it's gonna be tricky. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera isolated so he'll spill everything he knows. Maybe. But if something goes wrong and he's able to raise an alarm, we're sunk. With all of these wealthy patrons aboard, the ship is crawling with security. Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report to their cabins for lockdown. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support sensors. Manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. And there you have your emergency. This is one of Trident's premier Starliners. That means it has the best of everything, including a triple redundancy life support system. They installed a backup for the backup. Luckily for us, it will still trip an emergency and everyone will have to return to their quarters until I sound the all clear, which I won't.
Whatever it takes. He's talking about tampering with the only system keeping everyone on this ship alive.
Don't worry. It'll be as easy as it was mingling with the guests at the party. Just throw a few lousy switches and you're done. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm in losing a few credits when I'm on the brink of rejoining the fleet, right? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had hell. There's access to the crew section that you can reach through the Starview Ballroom. Chief Sundin should be there, wasting time at his station as usual. Have fun with that guy. He's a real piece of work. Once you're past Sundin, just look for the room marked Environmental Control. Everything you need is inside. On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colonies, pretty high up in UC security. Lots of clout with mast. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Given the chance, he'd backstab you for a cred stick and pin the murder on someone else. Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty tyrant, he'd probably thrive with the Crimson Fleet. Remember, the moment you shut down that system, the entire ship goes into lockdown mode.
In the event of a lockdown, remember to return to your cabin in a quiet and orderly fashion.
Shouldn't you be on your way to Sundin?
Please let me know if your voyage is unsatisfactory in any way. Welcome to the Purser's office. I'm Chief Purser Murata. How can I be of assistance today? Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with multiple layers of fully damage-resistant, vacuum-proof plating. In the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection alarm is triggered, the safe will be permanently sealed until it reaches port. In the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure you that your loved ones will be able to recover your goods from the wreckage. So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely secure until you decide to retrieve them from our safe. I've only seen it briefly myself, but I can assure you that it's quite lovely. Unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can only be accessed by presenting an appropriate claim ID. Is there anything else I can assist you with today? Have a safe journey!
Any complaints about your cruise should be directed to one of the staff.
So, what brings you aboard?
Must you continue these unwelcome interruptions? I'm a very busy woman. Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I do something as foolish as that? And why in goodness name would I possibly agree to that ridiculous demand? I'd like to tell you. I really would. I hear you. You think I'm a pushover? Oh, this is utterly preposterous. I'm not giving you anything. Ah, I see your point. I'll just give this to you then, shall I? Oh, and let's keep this between us. No need to spread around such sensitive information. I believe our business has concluded. Goodbye.
Any complaints about your cruise should be directed to one of the staff.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future society events aboard Starfield.
Captain Rokov is one of the most easygoing CEOs I've ever worked under. In fact, he doesn't act much like a captain at all. Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings to have been posted to a ship like the Siren of the Stars.
There's some heavy security protecting this area, but judging from the fact that this is the life support control, it certainly makes sense.
Hold up. This area is off limits to passengers. Wait a second. You're Captain Rokov's guest, right? Didn't expect to see you down here. Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do for you? Oh, sorry, that area's off limits. No exceptions. Oh, really? Well, that changes things quite a bit. Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my legs. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away? Feel free to look around, but don't mess with any of the controls.
Passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
It appears that we've definitely ruined the party. Everyone's gone.
Siren of the Stars is now in emergency status. Please remain calm and proceed to your cabin.
This must be where the passengers store their valuables while the siren is underway.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Can you believe the size of this cabin? It's large enough to accommodate a family of 12.
I was wondering if you were
What a
the cause of the
ridiculous waste of
ship-wide
space.
emergency. It's time you stop playing games and tell me why you're here.
May I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
First of all, you're in no position to demand anything. And second, you must think I'm stupid. There's no way I'd possibly incriminate myself by handing over the evidence. I don't know where you got that information from, but it lines up with all the troubles I've been having getting my cut from that asshole. That means my money's already gone, and Dombrowski's going to walk away with a fortune. I'd love to see the bastard fry, but if I give you that information and it falls into the wrong hands, I could end up in jail.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency.
So I end up with nothing gained, but nothing lost. I suppose I can live with that. Here, with this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass to the wall. He'll do whatever you want. Just remember that you promised to leave me out of it. Wait a moment. Are you telling me that this scheme is getting so out of hand, it also involves the Crimson Fleet? That's all I need right now. Enemies on two fronts. Just because I'm helping you nail Dombrowski doesn't mean I'm turning my back on UC security. How else am I going to ensure that he ends up behind bars when all this comes crashing down? No. You can leave me out of your merry little band of pirates, thank you very much. You better tell Dombrowski to run, because if you don't kill him, I will.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Please return to your cabin immediately.
Well, well. You must be the one who's been accosting Claudia and Gabriel. I'm uncertain what you hope to accomplish here, but it appears we should rapidly enter into some sort of negotiation.
May I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
You don't actually believe that I'd venture into such precarious criminal territory without a proper bird's-eye view of the situation, do you? I'm uncertain why you've become entangled in this spider's web, but this situation demands swift and resolute action. Au contraire, my misguided friend. There's a bargain that needs to be hammered out, and you will listen to the facts before we proceed. First, it's clear that you've obtained insider knowledge of my arrangement to defraud Galbank. The means and the method, perhaps, but not the motive. And second, I'm going to hypothesize that my compatriots are despondent regarding their share and have assisted you with this endeavor, Since we're speaking and I'm not at the reporting end of a bullet, this leads me to conclude that you desire something personal from me.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please?
I pride myself on having an intensely thorough education, though I hardly call myself a professor. Though I'm sure that your compliment also meant you were having trouble understanding what I've been saying. In blunt terms, you have compromising materials about me in your possession. The only thing I have to offer in return are my Galbank credentials. I assume that's what you've been angling for all along?
Oh, do get on with this. There's only so long I can stand being in the presence of this pig.
Well, I'm surprised you even posed that question at all. The answer is quite obvious. The last thing I'd want to do at this point is call attention to myself. Oh, it was actually a rather easy deduction to make. It's the only thing of significant value that I still have in my possession. It appears we've reached an accord. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me simplify that for you. It sounds like we have a deal. Oh, of course, I trust you'll understand if I ask for us to avoid any further contact. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to formulate how I'm going to utterly ruin two very annoying business associates.
May I have your attention,
Today.
please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
There's no cause for alarm. I'm sure this is just a minor malfunction or a drill.
All passengers are being asked to return to their cabins at this time.
Well, looks like everything worked out, just like we planned. I wish you hadn't blown away the gambling debt that Sandine owed me. But hey, you got the job done. I'm glad you feel that way. just remember to tell Delgado how much I pitched in to help. You know, I'm still wondering exactly what you needed those credentials for. You feel like telling me, partner? Of course. I understand completely. Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining the fleet now. It's been a long time coming.
All passengers,
I owe
may
you
I have
one,
your attention,
Gilbert.
please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Don't worry, it's not an insult. It's a very old Russian word for comrade. It's what I intend to call you from now on, so get used to it. Yeah, I'm a bit short in that department myself. Perhaps I can pay you back later in some other way. Just look for me on the key, and I'll see what I can do. Well, I suppose this is where we part company. Hopefully the next time we meet, we'll be aboard the key.
Our security team would appreciate if you'd please shelter in your cabin during this emergency. Thank you. Our security team would appreciate if you'd please shelter in your cabin during this emergency.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
All passengers are being asked to return to their cabins at this time. There's no cause for alarm. I'm sure this is just a minor malfunction or a drill.
This ship is in a state of emergency. Please return to your cabin immediately.
The Siren of the Stars is now in emergency status. Please remain calm and proceed to your cabin. Our security team would appreciate if you'd please shelter in your cabin during this emergency. Thank you.
The Siren of the Stars is now in emergency status. Please remain calm and
All
proceed to your cabin.
passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your junk.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
I need to pack up and get out of here. What is it now? Now what?
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Where to next?
Pressure normalizing. Undocking complete.
Switching over to standard engines.
This is United Colony. Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
Setting down. Maybe really good.
Fire up your hand scanner. I bet you'll find plenty here to catalogue. Expanding the outpost a bit. What are you going to build next?
Making this place feel like home? Big mistake. And that, my friend, is how we do things on Josie.
You're making it look almost livable around here.